Hey guys, it's Allison, and this is for week 3, discussion board 1. This week we are discussing how to support students in our content area with syntax or sentence structure. And the topic that I've been working on is systems of equations, so learning how to understand linear equations, graphs, and plotting solutions and such. So for my first strategy, I decided that I would model and explain how to plot linear equations, and then let students know how to label their graphs correctly, then explain how to place their linear equations on the graph. Give students a few word problems where they must create their own graph, labeling it correctly, and then plot their equations. And then after they're done doing that, something that we could do is check work when done as a class, or they could do that as like an exit ticket, turn it in, I check it, and then the following day we go over any structures or anything that they've missed, like if the graph's not labeled correctly, their X and Y axis isn't labeled, and the second one that I decided to do is creating linear equations, or any equation, can be tricky as there is an order to doing so. By teaching the structure of the equation, like y equals mx plus b, and what each letter represents, the students can start understanding and comprehending what those letters are, why they're important, and then they can start creating their own equations from problems. So then after the lesson is over, I can allow students to create their own linear equations from points on a graph or a word problem, identifying how to read a word problem and pull those numbers for their equation, so that they understand how to set that equation y equals mx plus b, set it up correctly. Having them then identify each part in their equation. So if our m equals 3, b equals -2, that can be explained as my starting point is on the y-axis at -2, and from there I go up 3 places, and then I move to the right one. That's something that they would need to, a concept they would need to grasp and understand to be able to solve and figure out their what their line will look like on a graph. And also for third, I would give students a list of vocabulary words for the topic we're learning. I'd have students define the words and then create mathematical sentences to show their understanding. Allow students to work with others and discuss the assignment if they need help and want to, or they may complete it on their own. So for example, absolute value. That could be a vocabulary word, absolute value. And then the definition is it's a number's distance from 0. So then they can write their sentence as the absolute value of -3 would be 3. The absolute value of 3 would also be 3, because they are both 3 spots away from 0. So if we're at 0, we can go 3 places to the left, 3 places to the right. Our absolute value is still going to be 3 for both of those numbers, because they're still 3 spaces away from 0. All right, thanks for watching, and you guys have a great day.